The short answer, you can't. But you can definitely train yourself to be happy and carefree more often. The title of this video is a bit of a joke because obviously you can't be happy and carefree all the time. Inevitably, you're going to have a few down periods here and there. But there are some tips that I've learned in my own life that have helped me become more happy and carefree in general. So hopefully they'll be able to help you as well. And for any of you who have seen or participated in some of my Instagram live sessions, you know that I am pretty happy and carefree most of the time because you've seen me in a live setting. That's the way I am. So these are tips that have basically helped me get to where I am today, and hopefully they can be of use to you as well. So let's jump right in. The first one is to not take yourself too seriously. You want to get into a habit where you're able to set your ego aside because having fun is a bit more important than trying to be serious all the time. I used to be one of those people when I was younger who I wanted to protect my ego and my reputation, and I thought you had to do that by being serious all the time. But I can tell you, all that does is set you up to basically have no fun and to be incredibly insecure because whenever people make jokes about you, you take it very personally and you get offended. So learn to not take yourself too seriously. What worked for me was, well, meditating a lot when I was younger, but also getting to know myself really well. Because the more I got to know myself, it made it easier for me to handle other people making jokes about me because I would know that when something wasn't true and I would just take it as a joke, but also it made it easier for me to make jokes about myself because I knew myself well enough that it wasn't going to offend me. I mean, it was basically me poking fun at myself. And when you do that, it's a lot easier to have fun and to just be carefree and at ease in the moment. It's very difficult to have fun if you're always trying to be serious and if you constantly are trying to protect your reputation and your ego. It's just a recipe for being a bit boring and yeah, you shouldn't do it. It doesn't make life all that interesting or fun. But anyway, on to the next thing, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the previous one, which is stop caring what other people think of you so much. I've made other videos on this, so I'm not going to give you a bunch of tips that will help you do that because I've already covered this topic a ton of times. But you need to get to a place where you don't care as much because that allows you to have more fun. Because then you'll be willing to dance around in public or make stupid jokes when you're out and about, and you won't care how people will judge you for doing those things. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been in public and I do stupid things just to have fun on my own because I don't care how people think of me, especially strangers, because I know that 99.99% of the time I'm never going to see them again. So even if they judge me, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to see them again. Who cares what they think? And it's actually pretty crazy how that happens, right? We can encounter people every time we go out and we'll never see them again. Isn't that ridiculous to think about? It's insane how many people there are on this planet. But anyway, that was a bit of an aside. So develop yourself to a place where you don't care what people think about you, because then you can have more fun. Have you ever noticed how the funniest people tend to not really care all that much what people think of them? Because the fact that they don't care is what allows them to make those jokes that will either hit or miss. A lot of funny people actually say a lot of unfunny jokes, and people won't laugh at them. But as soon as they make someone laugh, everybody starts chuckling and they forget all those unfunny jokes that they said previously. Most funny people are very good at handling rejection, and they're just pumping out a ton of funny jokes, and only some of them will actually land. Actually, I should say they pump out a ton of jokes, and only some of them are actually funny, but they have the courage to keep pumping them out until one of them eventually lands. And that's how they're able to have a good time and create fun with a bunch of other people. So stop caring what other people think about you. It makes it so much easier to have fun, to be more at ease, and to just be more carefree in life. Now on to the third one. Aim to have fun and enjoy yourself as much as possible. This is, I mean, it goes without saying, but you really should make fun a pretty big goal in your life, or just a more, I guess, a motivating force. I even tell people when they go on dates that they should make having fun the goal of their date. Because then even if the date doesn't go all that great, at least you'll enjoy yourself. And that way, it even makes you more attractive most of the time to the other person because they realize, hey, you're capable of enjoying yourself and having a good time and you don't rely on other people for that. So it's really a big thing for life in general. And you can even do this when you're on your own. I mean, there's so many times where I've made myself laugh in public and I don't care. I'll be completely alone and I'll just think of something funny about, maybe I'll be watching people doing something and I'll imagine a funny scenario in my head, or I'll think of a funny joke, or I'll remember something funny that happened previously, and I just don't care what they think about me, so I end up having a fun time anyway. And that is why I also said you should stop caring what people think about you, because it'll make it so that you can laugh in public and enjoy yourself without caring about being judged, because who cares? Aim to have fun. That's what matters more. Life is short, so make the most of it. Enjoy yourself. But that's what this tip is all about, just enjoying your own company. And it ties into the next tip, which is aim to uplift others as well. Invite them into the fun that you're creating. Make them have a good time along with you. That's huge. I mean, that's probably one of the easiest ways to become happier yourself, is to make other people around you happy as well. But obviously don't start trying to people please and don't make making other people happy your main goal, because then you're going to neglect yourself. So instead, just aim to have fun and invite everyone around you to join in on the fun. You can even do this when you're out and about in public with strangers that you don't know. You can just start having fun and invite them in by saying something to them or cracking a joke at them or just whatever you want. It's such an easy thing to do. You just have to get rid of basically taking yourself too seriously and caring what others think of you. But then once you drop those things, it becomes a lot easier to be more carefree and just start creating happiness on your own, and then inevitably lifting other people up with you as well. So these are pretty much the 4 tips that helped me the most in life in doing this. Now obviously, like I said at the beginning, you can't really be happy and carefree all the time, so don't make that your goal, because that's unobtainable. I mean, as human beings, we all know we experience so many different emotions, so it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to experience happiness 100% of the time. It's not going to happen. But you can at least practice these things and become happy and carefree way more often than before, because they've certainly worked for me. Obviously, I still have my down periods, but for the most part, I am carefree. I don't really take things too seriously. I am capable of creating a lot of fun, and it just makes life so much better. So I hope that these tips will help you do this in your own life as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!